What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today on the small form factor PC I built recently. And today, we're going to check out some Final Fantasy XVI since it just launched. Well, technically launched yesterday, but I had to wait till today to finish up on the other two computers and figured, well, let's try it out on this one too. And then we got a Misty kicking that ball's ass. Get it, Mistin. Get that thing. Heck, we could just make the whole video of her playing. Anyway, though. So, this PC should be pretty decent at playing it, but it's not going to handle it in no 4K native. Even my 4090s can't do that. Whoa, hold on. You're going to knock your water over. It's a problem with that thing. It's meant for kittens. She is definitely not a kitten anymore, but she still likes playing with it, so I'm not going to take it away from her. Anyway, though, so it's not going to do 4K quite so well, but with DLSS it probably can. But hey, let's go hop in. We'll try it native, then we'll try with some DLSS, and then we'll even turn some frame gen on. And of course, get a little camera gameplay at the end. So let's hop on into it. So just for fun, let's try native 4K. I know it's not going to do very well, but I just want to see what it will do. Maybe we can stay at least around 30-ish FPS, which some people are completely okay with it, you know, and say that's completely playable. So let's see. Or is it going to be like 13 FPS or something like that? Well, we got to the bottom, so let's go find out. Here we are in the game. And yep, it seems like it's right around 30 FPS, but it does drop down to like the low 20s, like 26 so far. Might even drop further once we get out there and start fighting. But some people still might consider this completely playable, but let's go and get a little gameplay still, just for those guys. And I mean, hell, compared to the Steam Deck Mini PC, Firebat Mini PC, and Asus LIAX, this is like paradise performance compared to what I was dealing with on those. Alright, let's get to some ass kicking. Ooh. This happened on some of my other computers too, like it just froze up for a second. And then it like didn't do that anymore after that. Very strange. I think it did the worst on my TV PC with the 5800X 3D. It like did that twice. And I was like, whoa, that's fucking weird. Oh, some straggler smoke. We don't want all these stale smoke in there. That'll be gross the next time I go to hit it. Let's wash that down with a little Mexican Coke. Yeah, it's still dropping down like 26, 28 and stuff during these fights. So still playable-ish, but I mean, I wouldn't want to play like this, but other people might be totally cool with it. If that's the case, well, there you go. But me, if I was going to play on here in this MLA PC, I'd probably play with DLSS on performance and just be like, alright. And you'd probably get 60 plus 99% of the time. There'd probably be a couple times you still dropped under, but I think you'd be fine most of the time. So now let's kick on some DLSS. Now, I already know quality is not going to work because that's what I use on my 4090s, and it still barely gets above 60 in some spots. So I went with balanced, and then I found out that's not even quite enough. We still drop under 60 here and there. So you probably need performance, and you know, let's be honest, even with that, it might drop under 60 here and there. So let's go and hop into the game though and see how it runs. So now here we are in the game. We got DLSS on, it's on balanced, but see, like I said, down to 55 FPS and whatnot. Not the end of the world, but I like 60 plus. So let's go out and get into a fight and see what it's like there. So that's kind of important. And then after this, we'll try a little frame gen. And then, of course, get some camera recorded gameplay at the end. So here we go in the battle. It dropped down to like 53, 54 a couple times. Ooh, all the way down to 52. Can we at least stay above 50? Or is it going to drop into the 40s? I guess we'll find out when the Dragoon guy comes. He's got a little bit more flashy skills than these guys do. Up down to 50 on the dot. Alright, we'll kick his ass for a little bit. And then we'll go try turning frame gen on just for fun. Here is the settings we're going to do for frame gen, basically the same as before, just with frame gen added. I should have turned upscaling down to performance too, but I figured it'll be fine with the frame gen. It's not like the frames are really like that, but at least we were close enough to 60 for this to actually be somewhat helpful. But now, to the game. Frame gen is now on, so let's run around this little area again. Obviously these aren't the true frames, but according to frame gen they are. So now let's go to battle. Almost 12 gigs of VRAM being used. And then 17 gigs of actual RAM. I'm still pretty impressed with this GPU's performance. Like, with how much watts it takes up, it performs pretty well. It seems very similar to my old 3090. Only this one doesn't take up nearly 400 watts. Whoa. Yeah, sometimes I'm good at those precision dodges, sometimes I muck it up, but I'm hoping I'll get good enough to just not ever like get hit. I mean, that's what I pretty much did in Wukong. At least in that game, I always went for the enemy's back. I kind of got into the habit of doing that just in other games too. There were still some enemies that could like kick you, like the frog guy, he could do like back kicks, and there's all sorts of people that could get out of that, but a lot of them would just be stupid and just let you hit them. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that. Anyway, moving on. So let's do a quick load test, just like we did on the rest of the computers, and then get a little camera recorded gameplay. Yep, seems to be right on par with the rest of the desktops in the loading. That's good.
ご無事ですか。大丈夫。それより父上とジョシュアが心配だ。先を急ごう。
Oh, he got me that time. And that's it.
Okay. 大丈夫だ。竜騎士を送り込んでくるとはザンブレクのやつらめ。戦を始めたいのか。いや。
I'd say the loudest thing on this PC I made is that little tiny fan that cools the SSD. That thing really howls, but hey, at least it keeps the SSD from overheating, at least I think. So far I haven't had any weird stutters due to that overheating or anything like that, so I'll take it. Alright though, why don't we go wrap this video on up? Well alright guys, that is a wrap for Final Fantasy XVI on this little small form factor PC I made. And like I guessed, it can't handle a 4K native, but A 4090 couldn't, so it'd be crazy if this thing could. So it seemed to net you around 30, 40 FPS if you just want native. And that's fine for a lot of people. But me, I like getting closer to 60. So if I were you guys, I would probably just play with DLSS on performance, and then it'll probably stay above 60 99.9% of the time. You'll still probably have some drops down like 55 or 56 here and there, but that's not the end of the world. And at least it still looks really good. Not the best looking game though. I still don't think it looks good enough to warrant this performance, but at least I'm saying the game looks decent because you can have it on high graphics and not have to tone everything down to low or something like that. Because it doesn't really seem like that does too much in this game. Unless there's one setting that just kills your frames or something that I'm just not aware of. But anyway though, regardless, it's very playable, very fun, and I could easily play that on here if it was my only PC. But in any case, that is all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.